Good morning, everybody. Welcome back
It's not a good
to
morning.
Ok Aussie. It is currently 9:13,
It's not a good morning.
Tuesday the 17th of September. It's not a good morning in this household. Why is that, you may ask? We're still smiling because it's just so stupid all the time. We awoke
I
at
can't believe my life.
5 a.m. this morning. 5 a.m. 5 a.m. this morning, not because we wanted to be.
I was in pain. I'm sorry.
Diane was
I
in
was the
considerable amounts of pain.
I was the first
But
problem.
you actually know you weren't the first problem.
No.
You were responding to problems. You were
The noise below.
a bit distracted in your sleep and became aware of your intense pain because of noise at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning from some stoner, drug addled neighbour below us who decided at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning to come knock on our door. We're in an apartment building with 20 units.
No, they don't know how to ring a doorbell.
I'm glad they didn't ring the doorbell,
No.
but they knocked on the door.
How stupid.
How would you
have to be to
respond
knock
if
on-
someone came and knocked at your door at 5 o'clock in the morning?
No,
Not
but
when you're expecting it.
why would you not ring the doorbell?
Why would you come at 5 o'clock in the morning? Apparently they're hearing
Fuck
noise.
off,
That
exactly.
they were
5 in
hearing
the
noise.
morning, none of you are welcome.
I think it's called psychosis.
Okay?
The person was a little
Unless
bit
I'm having an autism
off
not
their
sleeping
head.
day.
So unfortunately, I was doubly awakened, and we decided, well, that's it. We're awake now because we've got drama. There's more drama in this building than you can shake a stick at. And it has actually unfolded as we predicted.
Yep.
Because the altercations between the people below have just increased.
It's just ridiculous.
And now the real estate agent's involved. And now the police is involved. And now we're on seizure watch because being disturbed with
I've
lack of
got
quality of
this
sleep
weird
and
thing.
stress. Let's have a look. I want to see what's actually going on.
It's moving on its own. It's creepy as
So I thought I'd record this part at this time and give you the
My
background as to what's just
forehead.
happened.
my frontal lobe.
Yeah.
I've got like it's as if people put some weights underneath my skin and it's falling down.
Okay.
It's awful feeling and it's moving. Put your hand on top lightly. You can feel it moving.
You actually
That's creepy.
You actually do have some mild fibrillation muscles. Your brow on this side, so it's slightly uneven. So you're a bit like facial neuropathy. But you've got an upturn. So you might have a focal seizure occurring. Now, last night, she actually did have some dystonia in the right foot and left foot in a flexed dorsiflexion position. That lasted a fair bit of time before it relaxed. Okay. You're not feeling too good, are you?
That like
I saw that weird thing.
what's my forehead doing?
You're an alien.
I thought so.
I think we know that she's an alien, don't you? Now, if you're new to the channel, hi, welcome. I'm Matt. This is Dyan. And our channel is actually about Dyan's life as a person with disability who's got a chromosomal disorder called 22q11.2 deletion syndrome. She's missing a part on the long arm of the 22nd chromosome, and she's missing about 40 to 60 genes. And that affects her in lots of weird and wonderful ways. She has autism, ADHD, OCD, Tourette's, and lots of different types of neurological things such as seizures. Third coffee.
Yeah.
We have one coffee a day. You've already had two because of the people downstairs causing all the dramatics.
But I needed 3.
You know this thing that you're doing with your hand in front of your face at the moment?
What?
You know how you're doing your hands at the moment? This is what we'd see as a pre-ictal sign before seizures, boo.
No.
Yeah. Commonly bringing the hands in front of her, or the steepling action, and doing some sort of rubbing action of hands directly in front of her face.
Maybe a coffee will fix it.
Can I give you a muscle relaxant?
Okay, because that's annoying.
That would be annoying. I'm
It's
going to give you a
worse than
clonazepam 2
It's
milligrams.
that twitch you get in the eye.
Yeah.
Like, this is as if someone's put fridge magnets in my head.
Okay, first, you're not helping the situation at all.
Okay, that was a rude thing to say. Stop swearing.
Geez, you two. Christoph has already been out this morning because, you know, at 5 o'clock in the morning, what else do you do? Like clean the cage, and he had a fly around the house. You two have been full on this morning, you know.
Cheating.
Seriously. All right, so I'm going to give you...
Christoph, you just showing off. He flew around the house for all my flowers. He
He was
Thank
living
you
his
for
best
saying
life.
They're pretty, but he thinks they're real.
Yes. So,
You're
look,
welcome.
in all seriousness, with a disturbance of someone waking you up by knocking on the door that you weren't
I hope you
expecting
enjoyed it because it's naughty.
at 5 o'clock in the morning, it's
You're not
a bit
doing it
stressful.
again.
Being woken out of slumber where you're not able to go back to sleep and rest because of that disturbance
They're tired.
affects the sleep pattern. So, sleep is probably one of the number one things that we work
Trigger.
at as a trigger for seizure actions.
Makes me mad.
Diane has also had an incredible amount of pain yesterday with
you
her
know
neck
what,
and
though?
CCI, so the cranio
You got
cervical
it though,
instability.
didn't you?
I clicked in. Yay
But
me!
then
It took a
also-
lot of manipulation
but
and
then
traction
also-
to get it. Yeah,
Because we woke up so early, right?
yeah,
And I was so relaxed.
Hmm.
My first coffee.
yeah.
No, he's
Yeah.
being dramatic. He's being dramatic.
I'm
guys.
just putting the pulse oximeter on.
I
Just
think
ready.
It's safe to just get ready with me and make a coffee.
Okay. Well, while we're waiting for the police to turn up.
But basically, guys, I had my first coffee, and
Hmm.
because I was so tired,
Yeah.
because I woke up in pain, so it was not only do you wake up tired like we all do, right? But the pain level was like 10 out of 10. So I was wiggling, worming, pacing, everything, right?
Mhm.
Because I can't take painkillers. I'm allergic. So I have to just ride it out, right? So I moved my neck, right?
Yeah.
And all of these things clicked.
So 37.6. So we do actually have a febrile seizure. Temperature. So we
It
need to bring that down a
literally-
bit.
Yeah, we're not having a seizure.
No, febrile, but I'm going to give you some Panadol to bring your temperature
So
down.
basically, like my neck, while I was having the coffee, I went, stretched it, and I heard this, and I felt all of this cracking, like those glow sticks?
You're a glow stick.
And then I feel great.
Yeah.
But yesterday, I was like this. I was like this yesterday.
You were in
So,
so much pain
yeah,
and discomfort,
It's gone.
which is really good. But it did
What's
take,
that?
it's a Panadol, because I'm just going to bring your temperature down,
Oh
please.
my goodness.
But
drugs.
she did have,
Say no to drugs.
so no drugs, kids, downstairs, the psychosis chick, who woke me up at 5 o'clock in the morning,
I had to
say no to
check
drugs.
Oh,
And how do I know this? Because we can hear the yelling
What is that?
from the partner, yelling at her, saying, you woke me up at 3 and 1 o'clock in the morning, you're stoned, give me my phone back, get out of here. They're fighting. They're just, I wish I'd bugger off, go.
She woke us up, the carer.
Yeah.
Idiot. Woke me up. But, yeah. She's not really the carer.
No.
There's some
Dodgy shit going on.
fibs being told, guys, and it's not
Oxygen
good.
stats are at 93%. Now remember, the ideal oxygen stats are between
That's
95
pretty
to
good
100.
for me.
93%
It's
is
good for me.
below the range where we'd like it to be. It's actually not too bad, Diane's actually saying, because
Oh,
at the moment her oxygen saturation levels have been dropping below 90 into the 80s and even has, at certain
No.
occasions, below that into the 70s. Now,
not very nice.
supplemental oxygen should be considered at 88% and
Thank
below.
you, Crystal.
And particularly if it's in a sustained situation. That's one of the things that we're trying to deal with the health department and through the NDS as well, the National Disability Insurance thing.
It's the government.
It's
Do
just
you
the
need
government.
to say any more? It's the Australian
It does my
government.
head in, trust me. So there are times when
No.
Diane is breathless, and part of that's also cardiac. She gets a lot of chest
Put her out to
pains.
pasture.
That was a comment from one of the
Yeah.
doctors. Okay,
Put
so
me
blood
out to
pressure is
pasture.
106 over
They
64.
don't want me
Her baseline for lying
They just want
down
me to go
should be
die.
90.
in a back paddock.
90 over 60.
That's
So
what they say in Australia.
because she's not up and about, she's not sitting up, she's not standing up, and she's not
Why
walking
is
around,
this still
it
on?
probably means that there's a pain indicator when she's got a bit more of a heightened
Yeah, I
blood
am in
pressure.
pain.
Aha! She's in pain, which is really good for her because being
But
autistic,
also,
and
this
this is the
is
thing between
weird.
GQ, she's autistic,
This
ADHD,
is
OCD.
tight.
Being autistic, she has introception. She
This
doesn't
is
know
tight,
what's going on in her
man.
body.
This is tight. It's like there's a TENS machine going.
It actually looks a bit like a TENS machine with the fibrillation.
It's weird.
So that's why I'm thinking it may be a focal seizure. Do you have anything else? I'm going to just check your eyes.
My eyes feel a little bit
Eyes look a little bit glazed.
stigmatized.
Yeah.
I can feel it. I've got astigmatism, guys. Enough. Mummy says no this morning. Please, chickens.
Right, you chickens,
Please, chickens.
you might need to come out this way.
You guys need to be quiet. We've
Okay.
had lots of fun.
You've had lots of home
We've been
time.
awake for hours.
But you need to, make good choices.
Go have some, a morning nap.
Remember, don't take drugs, kids.
Don't take drugs. Make good choices.
Seriously. It's really shit when the behaviour, the actions of other people affect your experience, your life. Okay, come on, chickens. You're not really chickens, but I get that. That's what we call you. Like, she wants Diana wants her chickens. But not chickens.
The chickens.
I know you want them to be chickens, but they're not chickens at the moment.
But the people downstairs,
Yeah.
they don't go here.
They
They
don't.
have a lot of feelings, but they don't go here.
They don't match.
What movie star?
Is that from Melissa McCarthy?
No, it's Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
Why do you look concerned?
Just because your pupil, though responding is slow on the response back to normal dilation. Dilation is at a midpoint 5, but
What does
both
that
are
mean?
equal. They are reacting, but just slow on the responsiveness. I don't know, sweet pea. I just see that your left brow is. Oh, I can feel that.
Can you feel anything? Because it's quivering,
I
right?
can feel quivering. Yeah.
Right, see what I mean?
Yeah.
Weird.
Anything else happening in your body at the moment?
No, just
Oxygen stats remain at 94. Heart rate's at 55.
just this. And a lot of other problems, as we know, that put me out to pasture. Those motherfuckers, they said that. So rude. No, I'm going to be the longest living 22 cure in the world.
That was a comment by a
Boom.
specialist who actually said
Yes,
that.
it's very rude and disrespectful.
People like this would put them out to pasture in the old days.
You would have said,
You know, that means take them out to the top paddock and shoot them because...
It's an Australian term, isn't it?
It is.
But guess
That's how
what?
you treat animals who you need to put
You
down.
should have said to
Great
him.
reference. Is
No.
it? What an asshole. Sorry.
Then you should have said to him, should we do that to your daughter, your sister, your mother, your wife?
I'm trying to maintain a therapeutic relationship.
Cunt.
Anyway, that beside the point. Oxygen
Sorry for
stats
the
are remaining
language.
the same.
I'm very, very mad
and very
because
tired.
my life is worth being alive. People don't have the right
Exactly.
to just let me die.
Indeed.
I have the right to want to live. I'm ready for third coffee.
Three coffees in one morning. She's ADHD. That's the other
Okay,
part of this.
Do we want to
She's
reflect
already.
on the morning? Oh, no! Don't make me do that.
I feel like it's going to be one of those. I'm already exhausted from the day before and
I've
the day
never
before.
had
I'm so
this.
tired.
I've never had. When I do, you didn't do it that time.
Okay, don't do that.
No,
I'll
when
get
I
you.
lift my eyebrows up,
Yeah.
this goes woo like. I need third coffee.
I think we need another
Third
coffee.
coffee.
Somehow I've become a barista. I don't understand that. Not my day job. Apparently we're doing an iced coffee. So I do have the pod, which I'm going to get up and going on the pod machine. Let's get her happening. Now, iced coffee, we're going to use all this. Spoonful of sugar, never killed anybody. At least, I think so. We've got lots of things happening. This one's pouring out. Okay. Let's add some of this. Yummy. Okay. Let's add some of this. Oops, I'm gonna add some ice. Can't have iced coffee if you don't have ice, can you? That's like common sense. Sure. A bit of that. Yeah. Secret recipe. Yeah. Coffee. And a touch more milk to that. 89% oxygen. That's great. Should you pass out from syncope, just let me know. She can't do it if she's passed out, obviously. We have probably a dark humour, because we're dealing with so much daily, regular medical shit. You do get a bit like that, you know what I mean? So it's not complacency, it's like we know the very fragile boundaries of risk as we do things, and we are very cautious, and we obviously have alert systems. At the moment I've got a seizure camera recording her, and we've got the pulse oximeter so that we can actually monitor what's happening and going on at the same time. So we have a lot of mechanisms now to be aware of when certain thresholds are hitting in that could be even more than risky. Now, a lot of people will go, shouldn't you be going to hospital? Yeah, would be there almost every second. No, in fact, she should be actually put in as an inpatient, as is one of the recommendations that her primary care physician has asked for. But he has no hospital rights to do that. I've recommended that she be put in hospital to be able to deal with many things. She's under 20 different specialists. It's insane. Okay, let's add some of that. Right. Have we got the right sort of mix? I hope so. She hopes so too. Ooh, yum. Yes. Okay. Like I said, I'm not a barista, so don't follow me, kids, for recipes. But I'm sure she's gonna like it. Right, ma'am. There's your iced coffee.
It's 92. It's
92.
Good.
That's okay.
Good.
We're alive.
That's good. For me, that's good. Cheers, everyone. So I hope you guys are having a much better day. I woke up in pain, and then we had someone knock on our door, who's batshit crazy druggie person. So I'm not happy about that, because if I'm ever here alone, even though I can call the OOS, which is the over on-site supports, which I have access to, even that, like, they can't do much either. So it's just very frustrating. But yeah, my oxygen's been like this all the time, guys. Don't worry. We're trying to get it dealt with, but Australia's a mess. It's just not the place it used to be. It's scary. It's very scary. But it is what it is for whatever reason, isn't it, guys? Around the world, there's so many things going on. But I woke up this morning. That's a good thing. Did he put chocolate syrup, did he? Weird, because it's all at the bottom. This is actually a light pink straw. It's pretty cute, right? So anyway, today we thought that someone was coming to visit us, but it's tomorrow that she is, for a catch up, which is our provider here.
Oh, that's my
so
fault.
that was a shame, because I was like, oh,
It's my fault.
that would have been nice
I'm
to say
getting the
hi.
days blurred. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry
but
for
would have
that.
been nice to say hi. But it's good, because after what's happened now, and how early the morning was, and now how I'm feeling,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I've got a shower today, guys. I'm due to wash my hair and have a shower.
Have a lemon and poppy
Because
seed.
the bath is
Loaded
still not
muffin.
You just made a mess again on
Oh, the bath.
my table.
I know.
So the bath, forget about the bath. Don't
mention the bath drama.
said that's why I have to have a shower again.
I know, I'm sorry.
So
and I'm
I've
actually all set
wash
up
my
for
hair.
you for doing the shower and getting that organised.
Thank you.
You're welcome, but we are organised. It was actually nice
I was
of
gonna
the
find the energy.
housing provider here, though, because they are totally aware of the stress that Dyan's under. They're totally aware of her physical health conditions and the risks associated to that. They're so apologetic about the behaviours and actions of the other people, and they're trying very hard. They're working with the NDIS and quality and safeguards and a whole range of different departments and organisations to try and get that sorted out. But they did offer alternative
Yes, we
accommodation.
have got alternatives, but
as
the
I
problem is
think.
our pets really is the
But how do you
problem.
do that? It's like I've
The
got
birds, the
all
cat.
these medical things
They're
that I need to
relying
have.
on us. They're my babies.
Alternative accommodation may not have a hospital
And
bed.
yeah, it's uncomfortable. I get shearing from 1 or 2,
Absolutely.
3 days on a bed
Being in a
that's
different
normal.
bed can cause your back or your neck and other things to go because you dislocate so easy. And
Yes.
I will find it harder to manage seizures when I don't have all the equipment and things that I know that's necessary.
But the problem is in the
It's not that easy,
NGIS
basically.
system is for some reason, and I was mistaken with what I thought STA was, but then again,
STA is Specialist Disability Accommodation under the NDIS.
the STA is meant to be, I thought, for just physical disability needs, compared to psychosocial only, right? The only ones.
I understand what you're saying.
The
but
ones that have the combo are fine as well.
See, there's 4 different levels of SDA accommodation.
Right.
And they include accessibility
I'm top level,
as
so
a
I need
function.
full accessibility.
High functional needs
Yeah.
is not only fully accessible, but then it has a lot more other things.
Isn't it funny to call
it
it
has
high
things such as
when we're not high
UPS battery
functional?
systems, so that your life support systems can be sustained by battery.
Yeah,
it has special, not only wide doors, but it has hoist points and other things that you can actually attach to be able to do hoisting.
Whereas
and
these guys are psychosocial.
Yeah, which
only.
means they could be in community housing, for example.
So
which
they're
they don't
sort of
need all the
meant
bells
to
and
be
whistles and other things.
in community housing in the sense of disability with other psychosocial.
Yep.
Oh, weird. So they kind of affect each other, which is, that's kind of karma.
I'm really worried about your weird head at the moment.
It's weird, right?
It is. What's your eyesight like? If you were to look at the numbers and things in front of you, can you see okay?
Just as blind as I always am.
Not a good test for
No, but it's
but I'm just saying, is it more blurry?
No,
it's the same.
No, it's the same.
You don't have any floaters in front of your eyes at the moment? No. Is there any pulsating sort of pain?
No, it's just when I raise my eyebrows, it tends to aggravate it.
Okay. Oxygen stats are really good, 97 heart rates, and accelerated by 10 by 65.
So basically, it's here we have majority is physical supports.
Yep.
Like me.
Yeah.
Even though I'm considered a bit psychosocial as well with my
Quadriplegic.
autism, ADHD.
Yeah.
But
paralysed, whatever it might be. Yeah.
There's a few units, not many, thank goodness, that are purely psychosocial.
It's a hard sort of mix.
And they seem to be the ones who've
yeah.
had problems with. Like one's moved out. There's the second one in here down below us. So, yeah, it just seems to be the problem.
A lot of transients moving in and out. It's about trying to find the right fit and getting the right people into the right environment that matches those variables. So
lies too.
it's not easy. It really isn't. Actually,
like Dr. House, people lie. They all lie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, they don't. No, they don't. People
this
don't lie.
This is the autistic thing. It's like truth, and this is the thing about Dyan. She will never lie. She'll always tell the truth. She just can't. It's like she's such an honest person. She's a truth slayer.
People been lying all my life.
But that's the naivety of autism.
Me being honest, and I'm
so
the bad guy.
To being able to manipulate her. And we say that gently too. It's like humour. You can use sarcasm.
Yeah, they love doing that to me.
They
get a
right over
rise
the top
out
of it
of
because
that.
she doesn't understand that. So
I don't.
if you're indirect, it doesn't
like,
help. You've got to be direct and clear in your communication. So no innuendo, you know what I mean.
It's
like you've got to express it. You've got to explain what you mean. So
I feel sad because you know what? I love a good joke. So it's like, what's that? So
I might explain it to her, so she'll then get it probably like 10 minutes later. So then she's laughing 10 minutes after the joke. Like,
I know it went over my head. Tell me now. I make people tell me because that's not fair. No, that's not fair. But no, everyone's been lying all these years. Me being honest, being punished for it.
I know, Bob. It's all right.
It's not all right, actually.
It is.
If you're in a court of law,
sad world in that regard.
Do they lie there too? Under oath?
Under oath, yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Well, I'm a believer, so
yeah,
Judgment
but
Day.
Judgment.
I do the Bible personally, naturally, but everyone's different.
Well, wouldn't the world be a different place if everybody was actually simply straightforward?
I believe in a Judgment Day.
And actually cared about other people. That'd be a nice start, I think.
And I would care about any of these people, but there's been some people lately that aren't respecting me.
Or are misusing the system.
Misusing the system, not respecting
lying
me.
in the system.
Not respecting.
Being caught up for fraudulent
don't
behaviour.
knock on my door at 5 a.m, young lady.
No,
don't you
knock
on my door.
Psychosis,
don't you bloody do that crap.
Yeah.
Like it's bad enough you have to yell and scream at each other.
Yeah.
About stupid stuff.
And look, I do hope that they're safe, and that's the thing of concern is...
It is concerning.
I
don't want anyone to get hurt. Absolutely.
Yeah, statements like, I want you to leave, the person doesn't. Give me your phone, give me my phone, sorry. And the person doesn't. Then there's banging, shouting, smashing, screaming. It's like, it's actually very disturbing and unsettling.
Yeah, but that's why, some people need to live in a safer facility for their own sake.
Yeah.
End of story.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Well, no one needs trauma. No one needs to be
They're traumatizing
fearful.
me.
And even to see presence of the police. And the police are very, very good. They're very tolerant and they work through this. But they spend a lot of time. And this is resources.
But
last time they're here for an hour. The time before that, they're here for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Yeah, but think about it.
That's a lot of time for a unit to be off the street, not doing other things that are useful.
Notice how I've had my severe meltdown for the first time in the whole 6 months here.
Yep.
since they moved in. They've only been
Yep.
in here just over a week.
Yep.
I had a major meltdown because the stress,
They create the vibe.
the
When you're
vibe,
constantly on an
the
agitation,
sensory
and alert,
overload
the
that
whole
they
adrenaline,
add to, and then of course
you're just
my
waiting.
fear and anxiety being autistic, and
Yep.
also 22 cures, guys.
Bingo.
We have inbuilt fear and
Yeah.
anxiety.
And they're vampires.
As a
They're
little girl,
nocturnal.
right,
They're
I used to
nighttime.
have absolute terrible fears, like intense fears, to the point where my mum, I would sleep with the light on, like the full top light on,
Yeah.
until quite an old age. I always had to have a night light.
Yeah.
Even do
You
now.
still have a night
I
light
even
now.
do now.
Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, like there's some things you grow out of and some things you don't. We all know that, autistic or not. But I'm just saying, like,
a 94, heart rate's 82.
the fact is, they have made me so stressed, on top of my other stress that you guys know I've got other stresses going on, that I had my first big meltdown, and I blame that.
And that's a cognitive
Because
thing,
I
neurological
can't deal.
thing at the end of the day.
And also other stresses as well going on around me.
Yeah.
You know, demands put on me
Sure.
that I can't, like, you know what it's like, autistics, when you've got demands put on you and you can't deal with it.
But with a
the demands
meltdown,
are here
I
and
actually
you're
see
down
meltdowns in
here.
the same sphere of seizure. It is a
Crap.
neurological response. It's something that's out of control. Quite commonly, we see
That's
by
what meltdowns
association
are.
a lot of times that the meltdowns are actually going into. So it can be
That's
quite
why there's no
predictable
control.
for other seizure activity that's happening as well. So
Yeah.
we look at it as a precursor and a warning sign. It's,
Yeah,
you
there
know,
are some seizures that look like meltdowns too, guys.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell, but apparently there is certain things that professionals can tell. I don't know, but yeah.
So what's on our schedule
never
today? Now that we've started the day at 5 o'clock, it's almost
now
10
that
o'clock
we
in the morning,
don't
5
have,
hours down.
Like our
That person's
provider
tomorrow.
coming to chat to us, which I
Damn,
was
that
kind of
would've been
looking
good.
forward to.
Oh, no, I'll
but
wait for it
that's
tomorrow.
so that's fine.
Yep.
With the kind of day we've had,
You got your
it's
doctor's
good timing.
appointment on
I've got
Thursday.
to wash my hair and shower.
So shower time.
It's going to
yeah.
take a lot of energy.
And that's
on a
probably it. It's
tired
going to wipe your
morning
day out, to be
with
honest.
this thing doing this.
And that means I'm on alert now because I'm waiting for something to possibly potentially happen. So when you've got certain variables, and we do predictive management here, we look at certain...
Aggravates it. Hang on, tapping.
What are you doing that for?
Don't all the weirdos do this stuff?
They do. How's that working for you? Apart from probably
I'm
giving
just
you
testing.
hematoma of the brain. What was I saying?
Dizzy.
I've forgotten what I was saying. You've disturbed me so
I'm
much.
so sorry.
That's okay. I'm sure it was a useless thing.
A bit
Anyway, I'm so
hyper.
tired. Diane is a bit
Third
hyper.
coffee.
Third coffee. She's
ADHD.
He's a
And
little
I mean,
chipmunk.
I've got the hyper one, not the ADD.
Yeah, there are differences in that.
Oh,
Attention
there are
deficit disorder,
differences.
attention hyperactivity.
Yep, there are differences. Just ask my family.
That's this one.
You know, they'd say, go and sit on the couch and watch TV.
Go for a
You
run
know
around the
what I
block.
was?
The teachers would
I'm
say.
a Robin Williams.
Yeah.
I'm doing a headstand watching TV.
It's actually very sad about Robin Williams. In fact, that
Yeah, I know, they
the
misdiagnosed him
misdiagnosis
because of his
and
depression.
he's got Lewy
They
body
fobbed
dementia.
him off because of his depression.
Yeah.
So
And
then
it
they
wasn't
said, oh, it's
discovered.
just Parkinson's,
Yeah.
which is never just Parkinson's.
So it wasn't discovered until
Parkinson's
autopsy, I'm
is a
assuming.
big deal. Parkinson's
Yeah.
is a big deal. But yeah, it was shown in the autopsy.
But he had
That is the
considerable
worst
version.
case
Worst case of
that
Lewy
a
body
doctor,
dementia.
that a quite a high-end doctor, because you can
That's
imagine
really-
he's a
really
high-end
disappointing in the
actor.
US. Yeah.
He had full-blown Lewy body dementia.
Yeah.
He had the worst case ever seen.
Lewy body dementia. It's also named after that.
Apparently they suffer a lot.
It's named after that baseballer in the US. I'm trying to remember his
Apparently
name.
they suffer a
You might remember the
great
name of the
deal.
baseballer it's named after. I can't remember off the top of my tongue, but Lewy body dementia, LBD.
It's meant to be a real battle, guys.
In the comments, if you remember what the name of that baseballer is that it's named after, let me know. It's escaped me. I'm obviously
but it's
tired.
a very severe,
Yeah.
apparently very suffering thing. And apparently his poor widow is just devastated because they fobbed things off because of his depression.
And you know, and I was just reading, funnily enough,
Interesting,
about
isn't
that.
it?
A bit of
Yeah.
a side to it. I was reading an article this morning with Australia. Dementia is increasing about threefold at the moment. We're expecting
What's in
it more
the
so.
water?
And in fact, in
The
the
soil?
next 10 years, they're expecting that to even blow out even more. So that's a really good
Wow.
question.
What
is the
tablets they're
causation?
giving
What
us?
are people doing?
What's in the
What's
water?
over environmental variables?
Absolutely.
What is the stress that they're
Absolutely.
dealing with? What are they
Yeah.
getting jabbed with? Or what are they taking other way? That's now causing this onset of an increase in this particular condition. So it is a bit sad, but
And
there are
that's
certain
why-
things that can be done
Yeah, but you know
to
what?
actually help. So do look at those symptoms.
And
If
I
you
hope
see,
this-
it's not just but it's not
Yeah.
just memory, but it's
What?
certain other behaviours and actions. Do if you see your loved one change in their cognitive
Yeah.
status. Do talk
Look
to
at
your
physical
doctor.
first.
Look at the things that are going on. What is it? Expected causation? If it's out of tune. There are things that can be done with diet, and things that can be done with exercise, things that can be done with brain training to help extend that. But do talk to a medical professional about that. Sorry,
immediately. Don't hesitate, guys. And if you have a doctor fobbing you off, just go and see another doctor that takes it serious.
90.
Because at the end of the day, sudden changes in behaviour can be, they don't know. And this is what the widow of Robin Williams said. Yeah. They don't understand enough about the brain, that they lie to us all the time about the brain. So she was very mad
about the brain. Let's be real.
She said they need to just be open-minded because even though people do suffer things like depression, like he did,
but look at that as an example.
That was not the problem.
Okay, so you're in a first world major country, which is probably renowned and top of the level when it comes to medicine.
America's leading.
But here is a person that's again escaped under the radar because they look at some of the earlier symptoms of assumptions.
But he also had substance abuse.
Substance abuse, he comes into it with masks.
With that. He
Absolutely.
always sought help for his alcoholism.
But some conditions, unless you test, and it comes back to what I always keep saying: if you don't test, you don't find.
Well, I think he probably invalidated himself by saying, "Yeah, I'm probably just depressed. You're right, whatever." You know, because
they gaslight themselves because of the gaslight that comes from the medical profession.
And he's a man; he's not going to talk more.
Hence why it's more pronounced in men with dementia.
But his widow is suffering a lot because she feels guilt that she didn't notice or see and be his advocate. Yeah. So that's really sad.
No, that is really sad.
His daughter, his widow.
I used to love him in Mork and Mindy. Remember that? Yeah, Nanu.
I used to.
He's cool. Yeah,
with my echolalia.
Yeah, being autistic.
My family would be like, oh yeah, they used to call me. I was a parrot, right?
She was a parrot.
That's what they used to call it in those days. They didn't use the fancy name. And I'd always be like, Nanu. And like, and I have to sit upside down on my head on the couch to watch TV because he did it. And
he did it. See, you inspired a generation of autistics to sit upside down on their heads.
I thought, no, he's doing this option. He's being told that's weird. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool because I'm autistic, you see.
And ADHD.
So whatever was on TV. This is what my brother got me on. I'd go, no, that's real. And he'd go, you're such an idiot.
Yes, that literal thing.
I was literal.
You see it, I believe it's real. So
I believed everything.
Funny about that.
That's why I loved the Sunday Disney.
Yes.
In Australia, we were always bathed, put in our jammies. Disney, 6:30 p.m. on a Sunday night.
It's the way to wind down, relax before the school week starts again. Indeed. Guys, on that note, we're going to love you and leave you. I'm going to keep an eye on Dyan. I'm hoping and fingers crossed, please.
Look how well I'm doing. Third coffee.
Her ADHD today is going to be insane.
Is that causing this?
No, this happened before all of this. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, I could give you a vascular dilator, such as a GTN spray, that might actually reduce what's going on, but I actually think it's not. It potentially could, absolutely.
It's a multi-purpose thing, is it?
Well, it dilates the vessels, absolutely, in your body. However, I think it's more muscular neurofacial myopathy that's fibrillating, or potentially a focal seizure. I'm going to keep an eye on Dyan. Give us a big thumbs up because you know what, this is going to be one of those shit show sort of days, and I'm ready for it as a carer.
If you have ever
comments and questions below.
If you have ever had a bad neighbour and you've had it for a lengthy period of time, this is our second bad neighbour in the same apartment.
I don't know. We've had 3, sweetie. All vertically underneath us.
Oh, that's
right. Already. 3.
Remember the person that used us?
I was talking to the real estate agent today, property manager, who said, we're just going to close that door, we're going to leave that room and never go back to it. We're going to get a priest, we're going to holy water, we're going to get some sage, we're going to burn the whole... We're over it. We're over it. It's like such bad...
I want to put boards, although it's a bit impossible.
Yeah.
But I want to put boards across our whole front entrance.
I know.
And our front
you just want to protect your space and keep people away, don't you?
Go away, everybody!
Exactly, we want our space. On that note, guys, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, share our channel, share our story. A carer, a person with a complex, chronic, multiple rare disorders, a genetic condition.
Nobody cares.
It's such fun. They do care. They love you. And we love you. And thank you so much for your comments and support. It really helps. And I do appreciate it. And I also love hearing where you're from. Don't forget to share what country you're from. Bye for now.